Chapter 12. 12:25 AM. And with that I say, hello everyone, and welcome back to Ghost Trick. It looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jowd's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. Which I don't think has a name. Oh yeah, they're over here. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. Lynne, calm down. I told Lynne what I found out about the kidnapping. That it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they sensed my presence and were already gone. But Camilla? Why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. It's a bit... It's alright as a person. Looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl, kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. Yeah, it is just too much. Well, it is a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists too, like the kidnappers winding up in and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could have been just a coincidence. And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. I just don't understand any of that. Whoa. I told you before, detective. I want you to stand back. Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. But don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Whoa! How can I believe in you? I'm a realist. Please, if you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home and I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. She won't. It's complicated. Why does life have to be such a complicated thing? But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything is normal? It doesn't prove it. Considering who it is, yeah, I agree with the minister. I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make if it's not my daughter? Woo-wee, that's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Cabanela. Miss me, baby? Inspector Cabanela. Cabanela, not Cabanero. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended, though you might like to see him, so here he is. Why are you still in your outfit? Detective Jowd, I'm sorry, I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm sorry. Lynne, please don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between the teacher and the student. It brings a tear to my eye. Trick time. Can I can talk with so many people. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanela, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. You fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Ah, come on, baby, I know no such thing. Huh? I know two things to be true, and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty, and two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby? That's the case. Why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reason? Yeah. So were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is your spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynne. But Detective Jowd, I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But... Can I talk with you? How you doing, my poor Emily? Is she alright? Actually, the girl who was kidnapped is called Camilla. Or is it a dream talking to me in my head? Wait, Emily? Could that be the Emily next door? Yep, I think so. Wow, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. No, not me, my wife. It's, complicated. Yeah, I bet it would be pretty hard to admit that she left him. The Minister's wife ran away on him? Maybe they grew apart. What with him being so busy? Yeah, I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head. Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, let's talk with... according to what I heard, Emily was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. So horrible kidnappers, they were lying in wait for her. But Emily didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. Oh, and so the kidnappers grabbed Camilla by mistake instead. Apparently, Camilla and Emily are about the same age. The kidnappers must have gotten the two of them mixed up. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this would have never happened. Oh right, you asked her to bring the music box. Camilla. It's fine. We'll go talk with the good old friend Joe. My bad. I see that the melon is still on top of the other one. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I heard something happened. Something about kidnapping. Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What is their demand? They're carrying out of your execution tonight. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple. Why not? I love that they're all talking inside their head. It's like I could see like an image of everyone like emoting with their faces, right? While they're thinking about communication. And then you see Inspector Cabanela and the two guards like, why is everyone making weird faces? But it's just like Jowd, Lynne talking to each other, and the minister hearing everything because he's been dead. Because it isn't really the minister's daughter that got kidnapped. It is Camilla. What? Camilla? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No, it can't be. Oh, and by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself. What? What are you talking about? Don't listen to him. I'm the one who shot her, and I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. What a capable detective. You say some incredibly misguided things. What? You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It will just bring her new suffering. And even, like, it's not gonna be additive. It's gonna be multiplying. It's like, ow, my mother died because of me. And my father now too. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. Is it true what Camilla said? Why don't you tell us what you know? The powers of the dead, I want to know. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I'd convinced everyone of. Even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. Powers of the dead, right? That day, in that room, powers that I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. Beauty. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? I can sense your presence, you know. I don't think that's like the people in blue that know, because the other two in the very beginning did not know about us or didn't feel us. Or maybe they know, but they didn't feel us like Beauty does. The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about those powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Detective Jowd, there is still time before dawn. A little anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. I came home from work and she went in first. Bang. Like, I think this connection with the gun. Why even was that gun loaded? Someone has to have loaded it, because I doubt you'd hang up a gun like that just like ready to be loaded. I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there beside Alma and Camilla, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my, that's so horrible. Camilla told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move. An impossible move? What does that even mean? Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of that gun. Yeah, right, that was an antique gun I had on display for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design. Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for Mother's birthday. And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid. Cupid? And it should have been only that thing goes up, right? But then everything else wasn't. I was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Oh. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it. Okay. I think the design that we changed back into being the one for that saved Lynne's life, so to say. That's how it should have been. I don't know what to say. I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in. Adjustment? What kind? The gun, of course. The gun, eh? Come to think of it. It wasn't there anymore. He took it on his hand. There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. So that gun really did shoot Alma. I hid the gun before they went to the police. You hid it? I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. You mean? And that detective still thinks it's a music box. So that was what was in the box, eh? I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into details. When it was all done, I turned myself in. It's quite a lot. Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time? Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course, little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Camilla's sake. That sounds wonderful. What? Thank you, Detective Jowd. Lynne, where is that music box now? In Thamestick Park. Camilla left it there. That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up. Yes, sir, I'll go right away. Sizzle, take care of Detective Jowd and do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister out on our side. And yet again, I say, easy enough for you to say. Wait, what? About kidnapping, oh yeah. What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped, and I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you're in our custody. Don't forget, back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you. With a special seat, just for you, baby. Then I guess we better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla in more ways than one. And that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Detective? May we have your decision? Oh, should the execution be carried out tonight as planned? Or should we hold off and wait for the important evidence to come in? Oh, the order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. I like the animation in this game. It's so good looking. As you wish, your excellency. Please don't bow down to me, and especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir. What? Do you always have that chair with you? Where did you take that one out? The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? I won't. But I will. No, he won't, but I will. That's how it should go. I'm glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynne does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence, it would be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla dies. We've got to do something about the kidnapping, somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective here. Let's talk one last time then. Most likely the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chances that the daughter is the one who was kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? I doubt his wife is ever going to answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here, right? But the telephone works in both directions. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost. Yes? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change the situation. Gee, detective. For these past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I will try. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. But is there a way? How about you? Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I can't hear you. La 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 la. I'm sure you heard everything we've been saying. Are you telling me you don't believe any of it? Let me speak plainly. I don't trust you. But there's somebody else who I trust even less. Oh yeah? Who's that? Me! I can't explain your existence, but it's not normal, but I am pretty abnormal myself. So maybe you're a figment of my imagination. A delusion. Would you listen to an illusion? To be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. I got a bit about you not trusting me though. Good. Okay, let's go then. Wait, what? What do you want? Well, hanging around here won't change anything. I've got 10 minutes before the prison van shows up. Could just do something about the kidnapping in those 10 minutes. I guess the telephone lines are my only hope. Yep, that's why I'm on the telephone, mate. Lit courtyard. Nobody here. Camilla's old house. Nobody there either, I think. I'm suspicious about the That was the wrong button. I'm suspicious about the park. Let's go check really quickly the red apartment. See if anything new has changed there. I don't think that it has. It has. There is a little lady. Just as I thought. She is back in it. The little girl is safe in her bed. So we do have to come back here. Murder, execution, jailbreaks, betrayals, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Jowd's heart. And the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight has related back to me in some way. And I bet this mistaken written abduction does as well. Is it gonna end here now? It is. Okay, that's good. Whew. Whew, is the story going? Ooh. I want to continue so bad, but I'm gonna have to wait, as well as you guys. So let's go ahead and save. And that's gonna be it for tonight. Oh, the story is going fast. And it might soon be the end as well, but man, am I hyped. I wanna see more. I'm really liking the story. It's so good. It's so captivating. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and as always, I hope to see you next time when we're going to take this little family feud and try to turn it upside down and save everyone in it. Why don't we? So then everyone, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye.